I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Hello everybody! Today's video will be a DIY on how I made my own Hogwarts sweater. I was inspired by the sweater and cardigans they were wearing. The design looks like this, and let me show you how I did it. The items I used are a pair of scissors, fabric glue, some ribbons of your choice, and the sweater itself. Optional items include a piece of cardboard to use as a backing, in which case mine was a cereal box, a popsicle stick to spread out the glue, a piece of chalk or pencil to make markings, a ruler to measure, some fabric for the letter, and fray glue or clear nail polish. I decided to go with Gryffindor because I had some leftover red and gold ribbons from last Christmas. Initially, I wasn't sure which house to pick because I truly like all four of them for different reasons. Blue is my favorite color, and I could do Ravenclaw, but I don't think I'm that smart or witty. Then I thought Slytherin would be brilliant, but I realized I didn't have any green ribbon, so if I wanted to do that, I had to go out and buy ribbons. I could have done Hufflepuff, but I didn't really like the color contrast of yellow and black against the black sweater, so I stuck with Gryffindor. I recommend getting a cardigan that does not stretch out too much while it is being worn. This really depends on the material of your sweater and cardigan. This is because the ribbons are not elastic. To prevent this, get a cardigan that is not stretchy or doesn't stretch out too much while it is being worn. Get an old cardigan or sweater that you are alright with using. Take a ribbon, measure, and cut it to the desired length. When cutting the ribbon, cut it in a V shape instead of straight across to prevent the ribbon from fraying. I do recommend to cut it slightly longer than you need so you can trim off the excess. Remember, if it's too long, you can cut it shorter, but if it is too short, you cannot make it longer. I also measured where to place the ribbons on the sweater. It is possible to use a few ribbons to form one long ribbon around the waist of your shirt, but I think it will be neater to use a longer piece instead of a few little pieces of ribbons. Before gluing them down, I do recommend to align the ribbons just to see how it looks. According to the Hogwarts uniform, the red line is in between the gold lines. I decided to paste the red ribbon on top of the gold ribbon. Once you are satisfied with the length and color, go ahead and glue it down. I am using fabric glue only because I am horrible at sewing, but if you are able to sew, that would be even better. After cutting, for an optional step, to prevent the ribbons from fraying, take some fray glue or clear nail polish and apply it at the ends of the ribbon. When gluing the ribbon onto the sweater, make sure to press it down so that it sticks properly. Please note where is the best place to end it. I recommend putting it on the inside or the inner part of the sweater, where it may be less obvious compared to the outer part of your cardigan. For an additional pattern, I was thinking if I should add in the crest of Hogwarts or any of the four houses. But I would have to go and buy those, so I decided to do a letter instead, something like a varsity jacket. Then this got me thinking which letter to use. If I should put a G just because I was using Gryffindor colors, or I could also put a C for my name. Or maybe even an H for Hogwarts. Since I like all four houses, the H could represent Hogwarts, but it could mean Hufflepuff as well, so I stuck with G. To do the letter, start by printing out a stencil. Next, get some fabric, cloth or felt. You can use old towels or t-shirts if you do not wish to buy any new fabrics. I cut out the letter on the stencil. Then I trace the letter G on the gold piece of fabric. When tracing, make sure to note which side of fabric you plan to use. I trace the letter on the wrong side of the fabric and then flip the letter. This is done so that the markings of pen or chalk are on the wrong side of the fabric, so when flipped later on, they will not be seen. I cut out the stencil again and remove the white area. Just like before, repeat the same steps of tracing and cutting the letter. The only difference is the color of fabric. Once I finish cutting, I paste the red cloth onto the gold fabric. Next, I paste the letter onto the jacket. And you are finally done! So that's it for this video. I hope my explanation was at least somewhat clear enough to understand. Hopefully with the pictures, you are able to understand better. Feel free to leave any comments below and I will talk to you all soon. Bye! Mischief managed.